Hello. Just testing. Just me. Can you hear me now? Can I hear me now? Let's see if I can put this on. Hey, somebody showed up. I'm just testing. It's raining. And it's probably really loud, so can't see who's on the... I don't know if it shows who's on there or not. I've not... Sorry if it's a bit crazy. I don't know how to tell who's on here. Chat. Is this supposed to... Oh, hey, John. Long time no see. I just came out to the shop to fix my air compressor, and I thought, I haven't done anything on here in a long time. I'll try and figure this out. It popped up. I couldn't see the little chats, but I see that you popped up on there. How's it going? I've got a problem with my air compressor. I've got to fix the piston, but is it really loud? Can you hear the rain? I don't know if my volume... Here, how about if I turn up my volume? I don't know, does that help? So, hang on, earthquake. Yeah, is the rain loud? Because part of it is I thought about filming this, and I've got to do some piston repair on an air compressor, but it's kind of loud. So welcome to the messy shop. I can't remember if you've been out here before or not. Yeah, I should probably. If I join my own live stream, can I see the chat messages? Well, yes, we do. It's been a long time. I've actually come by your work and thought to go out to lunch or something, but you were on vacation. I was going to come and ask you about a tractor. A coworker was talking about buying a tractor, and so I'm like, I know a guy. And I went over there, and they said you're on vacation. So I got one of your business cards, though. I don't remember where I put it, but I got your business card. Let's see if I can bring up another connection. I don't know how this thing works. So I see your chat message pop up, but then if it goes off the screen before I look, I won't know anybody said anything. And I got half a dozen kids in the house, and they're all on their computers. None of them are out here, and none of them are watching. So go figure. Dad's not cool enough, I guess. Let's see. Can I do YouTube on this phone? Probably have to install it. This is what I do. I just come out here to the shop and stand around trying to figure stuff out. I just make it up as I go along. Let's see. Cuts into the bandwidth, won't. Yeah. Wesley's almost 30. Gablet, 27. Man, has it been that, it's been that long since we were working together. Let's see. Yes, it goes by really, really fast. And I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Sideways. There we go. I should be back further. Hey, look. I'm on the live stream. Look at that. Woohoo! I don't know. I'm only trying to figure out how to try it. Yeah. Am I reconnected now? There we go. I might be using up all the bandwidth. I think they're in there playing Overwatch. Mom's playing Overwatch with some of the kids. Chat. Settings. Turn this way. So, anyway, let's see here. I'm spending too much time doing this. I drag out the patient. Ugh. So that's the patient right there. Except if I can't quite get down there. Cycle this down. Maybe this automatically records. Try to keep all my stuff in these little boxes. I call them project boxes. Try and keep the stuff together because otherwise the shop's pretty messy. But I'm gonna cheat because I already took it apart and I know that's the problem, but if I want to make a regular video, I gotta put it back together and then take it apart and look all surprised. It's a piston problem. What are we gonna do? So, I'm working on cutting together a video for a crossbow that I made for Clarissa, but I have over 8 hours of footage and then trying to cut it down into like 10 minutes or 12 minutes or something. It's just, I don't know, it's brutal. I'm having trouble wrapping my head around enough, so I think I'm going to break it up into little pieces. Gotta go back in there. That's not a good angle. So I got this at an auction, and it was a pretty good deal. I got it back, and I was having trouble pumping up, and it felt really heavy. And I opened the drain valve down there on the bottom. For 2 solid minutes, this brown, rusty, nasty stream of water came out of the tank. I don't know. It had to be full halfway at least. It was pretty funny. But it worked a little better after that. However, it would take a really long time to power up and it wanted to run all the time, so I knew something wasn't right. But one day it wasn't working at all, and I thought it was the pressure switch. So I took the pressure switch off and I shorted out past it, and then it ran. So I almost spent $60 on a pressure switch, but then I came out right before I was going to spend the money on the pressure switch. I checked it again, and it wouldn't turn on when I bypassed it. And so I dug a little bit deeper. I got it to turn on with the pressure switch, and then I figured out that the tank just wasn't filling up anymore. Come on. I won't try to pretend that the shop is ever not messy, because it's messy, but right now I'm in the middle of putting in 2x4 walls and insulation, and I've made it about halfway around the shop, and so now I've got to take this whole side over here where the workbench is. I've got to clean it all off, which I'm halfway through. That's why I built this shelf, and build the 2x4 walls and stuff over here. So it's a little bit of an effort, but in the end it'll be much warmer out here, or cooler, I hope. All right. Really have a good place for that. This would probably be a lot easier to match up with. Nope. 11:30 seconds. 12:30 seconds would be 6/16, 3/8. There we go, 3/8. So let's see. So if you didn't know, YouTube videos, they're all fake. See, I gotta put it all back together after I figured it out, and then now, usually I don't think this hard about it. I just point the camera at something and then try to come up with something from the footage that's left over. I have a whole bunch of footage on different projects, but I was quite discouraged when YouTube changed the rules about a year and a half ago. I hit their 100 subscriber mark, which had taken me like 2 years to get to 100 subscribers, and to enable monetization, which I had before, but they took it away and said you got to have 100 subscribers. So I said, okay. Well, I finally got to 100 subscribers, and I said, you know, let me show ads so I can make, you know, 9 1/1000ths of a cent when somebody sees my ad. And they said, hold on 2 weeks, wait another 2 weeks, and then I waited. It was about 6 weeks, and they finally came back and said, oh wait, we changed the rules. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours of video in a rolling 12-month window in order to have monetization. And I'm like, what's the point? And it wasn't about the money, because I only had like $1.87 that I had accumulated over 3 years or 4 years or something like that. It was kind of the point. Just took the wind right out of the sails, and so I didn't do anything in the meantime. But I finally just hit 1,000 subscribers. I thought, oh, okay, you know, I've been reapproved for monetization, and I've got a birdhouse video that was really popular this spring, and that's what threw me up over the line. And so I'll try to put some effort back into it again. It's not like I'm, you know, not busy with kids or something. Trying to get Caitlin out here to turn some pens again. She makes some pretty cool pens on the lathe. But I know it's not the right tool, but it was easy to grasp. All right. Okay, so let's see. This phone does a pretty good job. Video, if I get it set right. I like these little tripod, it's pretty cool. This little connector, it was about $7, $8 on Amazon. Holds the phone on there. Actually, that's what's holding this one up. So let's see, turn around that way. Have to figure out an angle to. See, point the camera, strike a pose, and then I got to see if I can see myself. Yeah, it chops my head off. Try again. Problem is, I gotta be able to see right there. I guess we'll see. Maybe the live stream will save some video for me. I won't be able to pull it apart. All right, so okay, so old iPhones, they're great for recording video. The quality is, well, it's not 4K, but for 1080, you can pick them up cheap, or you just recycle the ones that you have. Alright, I don't want 4K. So, I'm really only talking because of the live stream. I tend to just, do my thing and do it quietly, and then like a voiceover or something, because I've not been able to have a real consistent sound recording. I've looked at some of the like fancy microphones and whatnot. But okay, so here we go. Gotta go. We'll do lunch, and I mean it. It's not just saying that. Thanks for popping on. Okay. You see me there? Okay. All right, so the problem is that I'm not getting any pressure in the tank. I've turned it on. Whoop, that went badly. That's what went on. Did this the other day. I think it's a part of the problem is Come on. No, this is not proper way to go about this, but I think the piston's jamming out. Come on, I just need a little. There we go. All right, let's try and put it together again. Some safety devices may have been removed for filming. Don't bang on your motors. We were together a second ago. Okay, we're taking the shielding off. Shielding's off. All right, so we've got a DeWalt air compressor here. We've got a DeWalt air compressor, 200 psi, 15-gallon tank. I bought this at an auction. I got a good deal, but it's had a few issues. So the most recent issue is that it's not pumping up. And it doesn't want to turn on because so we could run this for a while, but we're not going to get pumped up with anything. Problem that we're having is that the piston is messed up, and we need to replace it. So let's take that apart. Unplug it. Got a good view over here. It's dying. That's alright. We'll fix you up. Pull the pressure release valve on the tank. Nothing. So, not that I would expect in those couple of seconds that we would have ended up with anything in the tank. But, okay, so need to loosen this up. Move that out of the way. And then we'll take off this housing for the piston. Keep all your parts together somewhere so you don't lose them. Alright, so the valves look okay. And the seals aren't bad, but we can replace those too, the seals. And where are we at here? Alright, so we could replace the seals, and everything else looks pretty good. Now, what you can't see from there, see if I can get us a decent angle here. Gotta get the camera going again. I'm calling for some viewer reinforcements by, that's not right. Okay, anyway, let's take a close look at the piston. All right, so you can see my fingers behind here. And look at that, moving around. And as we turn this, you can see there's a gap around the edges of the piston. And we're not going to get any, definitely not going to get any pressure buildup that way. And So you need to take that off. Around here on the side, there's a large bolt. And probably need to keep it from moving. Am I back? There we are. And we're back. Take that out. Gonna get a little messy. Now, this piston needs to come out through the front. Don't try to pull this back. And it's maybe not so important at the moment because this is just messed up. But when you go to put the new one in, you've got to put it in through the front. There's a little lip back here on this back edge. And that shouldn't come out the backside. And so pull that out, pull this out. All this is going to get replaced. Now, you can see that should be tight, but you see that gap right there? That gap will keep you from building up any pressure, as this thing should be creating a seal so it can push air into the tank. Pulls back, push air into the tank. And so that's not happening. So the outer edge of this is worn pretty well. Now I'm going to come over here to this other camera and get a good look at. We did a good look at that edge. Put those parts in there. Wipe the hands a little bit. I don't know. It's not going to help. We're going to get dirty again anyway, I guess. Now, the replacement, pretty easy. Hark, what are those? Got some gaskets to replace the old ones. Put those in a safe spot. And then here's the new piston. You see it fits nice, and you can see here it fits nice and tight. Any gap that you think you're seeing there is a reflection. That sucker is. You can see the edge. There's actually a little bit of a rubber seal, totally missing on the other one. And this just seals up, and they're real tight. So, ball bearing, we'll just basically put this back in reverse order. Insert collar, insert piston. Attach that. That's good. Well, let's see. Yep, I see you. Reconnecting. Take that out. Still trying to reconnect. Hope that saves that. Alright. I couldn't find a pick, but I'll just get down inside here with it. You can still, so I'm not sure. Whoop, says it's live. All right, well. All right, Benny. All right, I gotta turn this off for a moment. I'll try and hopefully this will save footage.